life, really, you know.
At the moment, there are still 60,000 pubs still in existence. The Talbot Hotel has to contend with 5 other pubs in the village. However, they are all still at threat of closure. Pubs are a huge part of the community, and I want to focus on how these closures affect it.
It affects the community in a few ways. Lack of care of the elderly in the community, charity work, focal meeting point, business, that kind of thing.
It gives everyone a place to congregate and meet new people. I mean, going through a village as a tourist, the first place a lot of people look for is the pub.
I think a closure of a pub, especially in a small community, affects everybody because it's more of a social thing and everybody gets together and you find out if people have got problems or if old people are ill and just everybody just joins in and it's just like a meeting place really.
Some people would never ever get out and meet other people if the pubs didn't exist.
If the pub's closed, they've got nowhere to get together and socialise and have fun.
But with our local pub, because it's quite a secluded community, it's hard to get ambulances to the location, and that's why we support the air ambulance.
Many factors contribute to why so many pubs have closed down.
I think some of it is down to maybe the smoking ban, quite a few things really, cheap booze in supermarkets, just the economic climate at the moment. People tend to stay in more and actually go out to pubs, hence closure.
A lot to do with the government, with the taxation of beer, lack of financial help from the government through small business loans, and also the beer companies putting the rents up too high and charging too much, not giving enough discount on beer.
Oh, many reasons. I mean, quite a prominent one for me would be the price of alcohol in supermarkets these days. I mean, you can go and get 20 packs of lagers for £10 and pubs just can't afford to charge that kind of rate.
I think a lot of local pubs are closing down for the simple reason the recession, people haven't got a lot of money, and to be fair I think a lot of people take over pubs thinking it's going to be so easy, but it really is hard work, and I think people don't realise how hard it actually is, and employing staff, you can't really afford it, and I just think it loses the pleasure of it. So I just think people should keep it simple, just do good food, good beer, you can't go wrong.
Because people just haven't got the money to be able to go out and spend, and so it's cheaper in supermarkets to buy beer so they drink at home, I think.
The closure of pubs has got to an extreme of 35 closing each week. But will it ever change?
I don't think we'll lose all of our local pubs, but I think because of these larger chains can afford to employ staff at low wages, they can bring in cheap beer, do special offers. I do think some smaller villages will lose their local pubs, but hopefully if people do things right, there'll always be room for a local pub.
Well, hopefully, but right now I don't really see anything being done to promote that change. Supermarkets are getting ever cheaper and pubs are being forced to drive up their prices through taxation, and it's just, I don't see how anybody's going in the right direction about making that change.
It's very difficult for it to come back from where we're at the moment. I mean, at the moment we're losing around about 35 pubs a week. So no, I can't honestly see ever coming back to the way it used to be.
Pubs have been part of British history for thousands of years, with the first pub dating back to 1215. But what makes them so important to the community?
It's very, very important. It's the heart of the community 9 times out of 10, certainly in small towns and villages. And you lose your pub, you lose your community spirit.
Well, talking about this community, I think it's very important because we get a lot of old age pensioners coming in, we get a lot of people who come in on their own who normally wouldn't go into a pub in a town where it's busy and they don't know anybody. They can bring their children, they can bring their dogs, they get a warm welcome from the landlady and the landlord, and the kitchen staff are always happy to serve them and change the menu if they need it, and I just think they feel comfortable here.
Oh, very important, so that people can get to know different people, and you know, if you get new people in the village, they can come in and meet the locals.
The pub isn't just about the building, it's about the history and the things that have happened before. I mean, in here, this place is nearly 600 years old, and the history within this place is just something that can't really be matched by just building a new Wetherspoons, you know, and to lose this, we'd lose something we're not ever going to get back.
Pubs are a huge part of people's lives today, and they all have their own personal reasons to why.
Well, I've been in the trade so long now. I mean, it's not only a business to us. It's a roof over my head. It's my life, really. You know, with the pub, it's not just a job. It's a 24-hour, and I say it's just total livelihood, really.
My local pub personally means everything to me because I grew up here, so I've sort of come full circle, and now I'm actually working here. And I just enjoy all my customers, and I've got customers that have followed me from Stourport and Kidderminster and the surrounding areas, and they're always made to feel welcome. And I just love them all, to be fair, and I just enjoy what I do, and I just think that makes a difference.
Well, to me, the pub is a British icon, and it's something that we've been known for around the world throughout the ages, and I find something to be proud of in that's something that we're known for, and something we do really well is the local pub, the meeting place for everyone to gather and have the entertainment, the fun, social.
Pub personally to me means it's a way of life for us. It's been a way of life for many years. It keeps a roof over our heads, it keeps us in work and in a job, pays our bills, and if you understand it's not a job, it's a lifestyle, and it's very enjoyable.